I always love it when Marcus Walsh joins us on Talk of the Town.
Ditto. Glad to be here.
And Marcus, of course, as you know, he's play-by-play. He works in our front desk. He's sportscaster, jack of all on location, voiceover. I mean, he's just amazing. Actually, you said you've been with WHHI for about 10 years, almost 10 years.
Almost, yeah. October of 13 is really when I started, so it's
you're a treasure.
Getting close.
You're a treasure, Marcus.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And we're going to talk about basketball and about some games that happened over the last few weeks, and then what's happening this week, big week. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to you about kind of the past, and then we'll talk about the
We've had an interesting last couple of weeks. May River and Bluffton girls and guys played. Bluffton ended up winning big 55-28. Tacoya Heyward, outstanding as always. The guys ended up having the May River team win. That was a huge game for Gage Duncan. He was our MVP. Big win, 48-35 for the May River guys. And then last week, oh my gracious, two great games between Battery Creek and Beaufort High School. Key players, Quinn Wilson and Riley Brozek for BHS. BHS wins 38-33. On the other side, the BHS Guys win. It was senior day over at Beaufort High School. Big win, 66-56 over Battery Creek. We awarded two MVPs, Michael Dennison and Arthur Singleton. And then we've got 4 games coming up this week.
Right.
That's right, 4. Starting it off with Whale Branch and Bridges Prep. This is a matchup that could go either way on either side. I look for competitive games out of both teams. The girls of Whale Branch won 36-18 in the first matchup. The Bridges Prep guys won 61-50 in the first matchup. A lot of stars still getting information as we go, and then later
we've got
on,
Hilton Head Christian Academy and Hilton Head Prep.
Yes, and that's always great. I love going to Rich Basirico Court, Bacala Gymnasium. That'll be Friday that we film those games, and it was an interesting first matchup between both teams there too. The Hilton Head Christian Academy girls and guys, both 22-2 on the season. They are unbelievable. They are so good.
You know, what's interesting, I think I interviewed the Beaufort athletic director, Beaufort High School athletic director last week, and he was talking about how many athletes are in multiple sports.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And so in basketball, are you seeing a lot of these boys and girls in other sports?
Because I cover football as well and do play-by-play for football, I see a ton of football players. Michael Dennison's one of them. And they got to the championship last year. As soon as football season's over, they just turn the page to basketball. With girls, you see maybe some volleyball, maybe softball, but I think I've noticed a little bit more basketball with tennis. Tennis in the spring and going that way. Just real quick, HHP, the girls lost 65-32 to HHCA earlier in that matchup. And then the guys' game was great, 57-47 OT. Hilton Head Prep lost to HHCA. Again, HHCA is really good. Both teams 22-2, and both teams coming off wins last night.
Well, and I've asked you this before. It's the athletes, but it's also the coaches, right, that make a team a winner.
Really, it starts off, and as much credit as we give the coaches, with what they do, with practice, checking report cards, this, that, and the other thing, the students, their families, it really starts at the top. And I try to mention as much as I can the principals and the athletic directors of these schools, because it really starts with them. And then it phases its way down to, the coaches, plethora of coaches on various different teams, the athletes, their families. It's all what makes this great thing we call sports in the Low Country, the Low Country family.
And we at WHHI really take pride in our sports coverage, right, Marcus? And
Absolutely,
we've been doing it since the late 2000s.
Yeah, since 2007 with football, and we've grown since 2018. We've done the girls' basketball games. We've done boys' basketball since 2009. Wow. It's been great.
It's an important part of our programming,
yes,
and
absolutely.
You're an important part of our sports coverage.
And I would like to say the same for you, certainly.
And I didn't pay him earlier, just FYI. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you,
Appreciate your
Robin.
update. Always very thorough. Good job.
Thank you.